The film that you're about to see features several beneficiaries of the Excellence in Research Travel Grant, which has been instituted by the 1980 batch of alumni. High quality research must not only be done, but it must be seen to be done and it must be heard to be done. Therefore, it is very important for our research scholars and faculty to publish papers in high impact journals as well as present their work at major international conferences. And any effort that alumni can take, any support that alumni can provide to help facilitate these activities will greatly enhance the research profile of our institute.
Pavitra. I belong to Environment and Water Resource Division of Civil Engineering. My guide is Professor Indumati Nambi. I work mainly in groundwater contamination and, to be precise, with chlorinated solvents. It's a kind of, you can club it as an oils. So how this chlorinated solvents or oils get contaminated with groundwater and how it gets transported in the ground. So that is the broad area of my research. This is a kind of a tool which I am developing which assists in reaching into a solution. This is a very important tool for a decision maker to take up any solution strategies with which it can save a lot of monetary things and also a manpower. So this is a mathematical tool which I am developing which a decision maker can use it for any solution strategies. My research paper topic is quite big if you like to hear. It's a groundwater contaminant transport modeling in saturated heterogeneous aquifer with variable relative permeability. So this was a very good opportunity which I could attend the conference where I could actually meet people in person whose papers we used to just read. And even though we contacted with emails and everything, meeting in person was a very different experiences where I could actually interact one-to-one my research problems and get my input. It was a huge conference of about 20,000 people. So I could meet most of my expert researchers in my area. To be honest, just the institute, it's a very helpful although, but it could not cater to the entire, since you know the flight charges are very high. So going to the flight charges and staying there in a very pricey city like San Francisco is really very much. But this one was very helpful for me to cover all the other expenses, and I think everybody's dream is to travel somewhere, and with the funding like this it is really helpful to make someone's dream come true.
I am Arut Shelvi, doing PhD with the guidance of Professor Mukesh Dovli in the Department of Biotechnology. We have presented a paper in the conference called Colloids and Nanomedicine 2012, which held at Amsterdam, Netherlands. The work titled as Effect of Counterions on the micellar morphologies of the surfactant cyclic lipopeptide. And actually in this study what we have concluded is the ionic radii of the counterion as well as the coordination number of the counterion play a crucial role in tuning the micellar morphologies of the surfactant, which can according to the field of application. I have received a 1980 batch travel grant award from the OAA, which was very useful for me for my daily expenditure as well as stay, and also because of it I could interact with many international scientists and the other students. Through that I came to know many other techniques relevant to my field.
Myself Montu Kumar Mahalli. I am from the Department of Humanities and Social Science. I am working under this Professor Suresh Babu and Umakant Das, and so I am doing here PhD in economics. So my area of research is on commodity future market in India, and this is one of these subset of this broad macroeconomics. In my research, I am right now within commodity future market. I am working on the issues of dynamics in Indian commodity future market. Within the issue of price dynamics, I am looking at one perspective that is called price discovery and information share in India's commodity future market. This Office of Alumni Affairs, IIT Madras, it gave me kind of, as I talk about, the last hope to go Australia and present your research paper. And without their larger support and kind support, it could not be possible for me to book my air ticket as well as process my visa.
Hi, I'm Nandakumar. I'm doing my doctoral studies in the Department of Biotechnology. I'm working under Professor Mukesh. I'm working on synthetic biodegradable polymers for various medical applications. I should say I'm hailing from a very strong department, biotechnology, both in R&D and academic wise. The work which was selected for a poster presentation in Amsterdam is about the PLGA nanoparticles for drug delivery in orthopedics. Actually, a lot of inputs, many more ideas, and a lot of corrections in fact. And I was able to in fact find the type and the level of research across borders. OAA, I should say, in fact I was a recipient of the 1980 batch award, without which I don't think I couldn't have made both the ends meet. In fact, I wish OAA should continue this funding, and we as a future alumni will definitely join hands.
Yeah, I'm Tamilarasan from Department of Physics. I'm doing research in supercapacitors. Mainly working with electrode as well as electrolyte. I have done some of the work on polymer based electrolytes, where I incorporated ionic liquid, that is a kind of salt which is in liquid phase. I incorporated into polymer matrix, which gave better performance, better mechanical stability, and it was selected in a conference conducted by Material Research Society of Singapore called ICYRAM. It's a very big event. Since OAA helped us, we could go and submit our paper. It was a very big help. I really want to thank the alumni who funded us. And now I assured that in future, once if I settle very well in my life, I will do the same.
I am Kamlesh. I am a research scholar from the Department of Biotechnology. My guide is Professor T. Pradeep from Department of Chemistry, and I work on the area of nanotechnology for biomedical applications. I presented a paper on evolution of gold quantum clusters protected by protein templates. I have presented it at Mount Holyoke College, Massachusetts, USA. Yeah, my paper was appreciated by experts in the area of nanotechnology, as it is very recently evolved area, and these nanoparticles are for application in cancer research. So they appreciated my research, and they have given me many advice and suggestions to carry out further research. Institute provides 1 lakh rupees travel grant, but conference budget was to attend this conference was more than 1 lakh rupees. So Office of Alumni Affairs has helped me for the amount which was required above 1 lakh rupees. In future, I will try to help more students if possible.
My name is Vijay Kumar. I'm a third year PhD student working with Professor Karmalkar, Electrical Engineering Department. I now parallelly work on two things. One is substrate coupling and another is modeling of nanowire devices. So the topic of the paper is like physics-based scalable curve fit model of substrate coupling resistances for IC design. So this was the work I started in my dual degree. So I've continued in PhD also. That's like you have different circuitry on a chip. So ideally you don't want them to talk to each other. But because of the semiconducting nature of the substrate, say the circuits talk to each other and then have some noise in them. So in order to design circuits in a better way, we need to analyze the substrate coupling noise during the design stage itself. So my work was to propose device models so that they can be incorporated in circuit simulators so that designers would be using them. So my case is slightly different because my guide Professor Karmalkar said he would sponsor like 70% of the money, and for the rest he asked me to approach OAA. So at the same time I was fortunate to receive an email from OAA regarding Excellence in Research Travel Grant by 1980 batch. So I was very happy, and immediately I approached OIA, and they conducted interview, and immediately they funded. So I was very happy.
I am Nandakumar. I am doing a doctor's in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. My guide is Professor Sankar Krishna Pillai. I joined here in the 2009. Now I am working in the area of structural system identification. The topic of paper was identification of structural parameters using damped transfer matrix and state vectors. I presented this paper in the International Conference of Control in UK, in the Cardiff, UK, during the 3rd and 5th of September, where I got a very good feedback and a very good response from the people came from all around the globe. I want to thank to the 80 batch of our alumni. I am sure that I will give the money for my future alumni.
Myself Libin, I am doing my MS in Mechanical Department under the guidance of Professor Krishnan Balasubramanian. Basically, I am doing research in non-destructive testing to finding out defects and cracks in aircraft components and all. Like coming to the conference, it was a good learning experience, mingling with so many experts over there, and presenting my paper would make me great confident about my work, and lot more questions came. I could answer all those things, and meeting so many good friends over there, still continuing the relationships with them. Those are the great achievements which I got, presenting the paper over there, and I really like to thank OA and the crew members for supporting me, encouraging me. Without them, it would not be a great success like this.
You have heard now from our research scholars, and you have a sense of the appreciation that they feel for the contributions that you have made. I in particular want to convey my gratitude to the 1980 batch for the Excellence in Research Travel Grant Program, which is a true groundbreaking initiative in its way, and which has really changed the research and publication culture among our research scholars.